Tony Yogi Meister, aka at Young OG Marks. In the midst of researching Flat Earth, I came across another theory. My brother Israel had also mentioned to me that he believes in hollow Earth. So, hollow Earth? I'm like, what the hell is a hollow Earth? So, I started to research this theory. And I had to stop and while researching these theories, and I had to text my younger brother and ask him, let me ask you something. I had to ask him, do you look for evidence proving that these theories are bullshit when you do your research? These theories, which are nothing but theories, some of them are very silly theories. This one seems the dumbest. I believe flat Earth more than I believe hollow Earth. It's just speculation. That's what I think it is. It's just speculation. Since they want to be so down about, oh, we can't explore the North and South poles, and the government has it sealed off, and you have to get special permission or whatever the case is to travel to these places, or you could only go by some kind of like tour guide and only to certain locations of it, and most of it is secluded off from anybody seeing. People draw speculations about what they think, and then they fish for old theories and old scientists or whoever that said, oh yeah, I speculate that the earth is hollow, for example. Really? For example, the whole Admiral Richard Byrd that supposedly traveled to the North and South poles and found the gateways to a civilization that's in between, in the middle of our Earth, supposedly, right? So they call this, some people call this place Agatha. I just think it's a whole bunch of loaded bullshit. This is even more bullshit to me than anything else. Like, it's so much stuff that contradicts itself on this topic. As I did my research, I did some research. Now, I'm saying I spent a whole lot of time on it. Spent about 2 days on it again. Try to watch as many videos as I could. Google as much information as I possibly could. There's a lot of shit that don't make sense. A lot of the stuff contradicts themselves. Oh, there's an internal sun. Really? Then someone said that no, that is illuminated by precious gems and stones, that's how they get their light in there. I'm like, really? Like, there's a lot of bullshit that don't make sense when it comes to hollow earth theory. It just don't make no sense. Like really? And then they try to show pictures that just looks like the eye of a hurricane from up in space looking down at the earth, and a whole bunch of other bullshit. And I'm like, how do people waste their time trying to research this crap? Like, really? Like, first of all, if there was a hollow earth, and then they start to think, like, if there was a hollow earth, because, all right, I understood flat earth. If the earth was flat, then it would mean that NASA's been lying to us, that, you know, it goes against a whole lot of bullshit the government's been feeding us, and also it also proves that, I'm saying, that there is a God, and that everything is aligned in this earth properly, not because of, let's say, the Big Bang theory, the Big Bang theory, or just some magical forces that makes everything just work the way it does. That there's actually a God that created everything. Or else, so I understand the whole flat earth and the reason why you want to believe in it and why people believe in it, and etc. But hollow earth people, oh, the earth is hollow, and below our thousands of layers of crust. There's another whole civilization. There's superhuman beings down there. There's reptilians. There's dinosaurs. There's mammoths. There's a whole bunch of bullshit in the center of the earth, evidently, according to some people. And you gotta think, like, really, like, keep this stupidity to yourself. It's like, where the fuck you come off even because, oh, this person said that he traveled there and he saw this with his own two eyes. Man, believe half of what you heard. Believe half, what is it? Believe half of what you've seen and none of what you heard. Like really, like, if I all of a sudden, oh, and there was a lot of other testimonies, but there wasn't because they experienced it by themselves, but because a super spiritual whatever came and told them and whatever. Right. So if I wake up tomorrow and I go around telling everybody that the earth is a triangle and I had some super spiritual being come and tell me this, you're gonna look at me like I'm stupid. You're gonna look at me like I grew another head on my shoulder. You're gonna look at me like this guy is the most retarded. You're gonna look at me, I'm crazy. I'm just crazy, right? But because this person was a philosopher, or that person has a degree, or that person is a scientist, and they come up with some stupid shit like this, a lot of people tend to believe it. Like, you just can't accept the fact that some of these scientists or some of these philosophers or whatever, they just crazy themselves. Think about it. These guys researching shit and believing this shit for so long that I believe it just that the subconscious mind makes them think that, yeah, that's real and that's what it is. But it's just stupid, my man. It's like, really? It's just real stupid. A lot of stupidity stuff. Hollow Earth seemed more dumb to me than a few other theories that I'm coming across, but it just don't make no sense. That another guy pointed out that that if the Earth were hollow, that gravity, which is holding us down here on planet Earth, for example, let's say I'm here in my second floor apartment, I live on the second floor, so gravity is holding me down, that gravity wouldn't work in the sense of the Earth under the Earth's crust. It just wouldn't properly work gravity, because then if the Earth is hollow, then you'll have gravity pulling you from all different directions if you lived out there. So you might as well have been in space, so it makes it harder for you to be able to even exist down there. Another thought of my own is, how the fuck do you breathe down there? Think about it. Like, if we need air, you dig a hole and bury yourself. You ain't got no air, motherfucker. Like, really? Like, think about it. Like, how else you gonna breathe down there? Oh, there's a whole bunch of holes and passageways even down there. The only underground world under there is called the sewer system or the subway system in New York. That's an underground world by itself in itself. Think about it. Another thought of mine is that these people just came across underground caves, which there are a lot of underground caves and tunnels and etc. And they're beautiful. Some of them look like they're just so majestic in their way of being. But the further and further you go down into these caves, the difficult it becomes breathing, and the air starts thinning, and and you're just not gonna be able to survive like this. So what makes you think there's a whole civilization of people living underground? And why would they want to live underground? Think about it. And then you're gonna say that it's beautiful out there and it's under there and it's abundant and everything from harvest to all this. What are you gonna grow under the? Oh, with your sun supposedly that you have down there? What about the moon? You got a moon under the earth? Like, really? At the end of the day, again, this goes back to, if you discover it, go there, start digging. Start digging your ass all the way through, from one side of the earth to the other side. See where you end up at. See what the fuck you come across. Oh, but we can't because man, listen, there's enough technology to dig holes if they wanted to, as far as deep as they wanted to. And then the deepest hole ever dug didn't really go that far. You still probably only penetrating to the crust of the earth. But what would make you really believe that there's a city, a world, a civilization all the way below the earth's crust? Like, think about it. Like, you sound like a damn fool believing in this shit. A damn fool. I mean, I might receive a lot of negative feedback from this. People, oh, but you gotta look. Man, listen. You can do all the research you want. That's one theory I think is stupid. I'm not gonna believe it. I mean, to each his own. That's your cup of tea. You wanna believe in some dumb shit like that? Go for it. But just don't share that with the world. Don't teach your kids that shit. You might just confuse them and lose them in the process. They're gonna be like, what? It just don't make no sense, people. It just don't make no sense. There's a lot of this bullshit that don't make no sense. But I believe more the flat earth theory, which I'm not too sold on it yet. But, and I notice how these two theories, one like kind of contradicts the other, like, because it's like if the earth is flat, it can't be hollow, right? But, so you got your flat earthers, you got your round earthers, you got your hollow earthers. What's next? Triangle earthers. They're gonna keep coming out. Rectangle earthers, they're gonna keep coming out the woodwork. I just don't, why people can't just live? Like, just live your life, man. Worry about your community. Worry about what's going on the planet that we living on. All these hurricanes, all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help people that've lost their homes, trying to do something for society, opposed to sitting behind a desk or at home behind a computer researching bullshit. At the end of the day, it's not going to, like, how is you discovering that the earth is hollow going to change anything and do better for us? You're going to free all the people that are trapped down there? If there was the entryways to it that they claim to be, they could have been jumped out of there themselves if they wanted to. Maybe there is some kind of like lost civilization. There's plenty of lost little civilizations and tribes that separate and segregate themselves from society for their reasons of not believing the way society goes and the government and etc. More power to them, but I'm sure they ain't that stupid to believe that they could live miles and miles in the middle of the earth and it's like, what are you gonna live off of? Oh, because it's an abundance and harvest and animals and plants, and that's bullshit. Ain't shit down there but dirt, rocks, what is it, iron, magnesium, whole bunch of other minerals and shit like that. Maybe you'll find some gold, some coal, but you ain't gonna find nothing you can munch on. You definitely ain't gonna find a chicken that you could kill that shit for food. You ain't gonna find a damn cow that you could slaughter and make some burgers out of. Come on, people. Some people need to wake up, man. There's some bullshit that people need to wake up, leave all the bullshit theories alone, and live life and do what they can to help society, the society that we live in now. Stop worrying so much about bullshit that's not going to change or do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to feed your kids. It's not going to help your kids grow up better. It's not like, oh, you discovered that the earth was hollow. Motherfucker, prove it. Prove it. There's a whole bunch of bullshit. There's no real way you can prove it until you take your motherfucking camera, you go on that trip and start entering that long journey walk. Put that shit on Facebook, put the shit on Steemit, put the shit on YouTube, and publicly make it known that, yeah, I found a world under our world. So then, just cut the bullshit, my people. Just cut the bullshit. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, think about it. Like, it's just so stupid. Anyway, man, it's your boy. You know who it is, man. Young OG. I, I just had to share my opinions and thoughts as always, and I feel like I'm gonna start doing that for that reason, doing lot of researches and sharing my thoughts on it because at least I'm just coming from a real nigga perspective. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language for anybody out there, but at least I'm just keeping it honest and I'm giving you the truth. Like you really just sit there and analyze this dumb shit for what? Let me analyze it for you. Don't waste your time, people. It's bullshit. Till next time, take care, y'all. Much love. Peace.